That's what a three-headed Englishman says. Hello, hello, hello. Anyway, good morning.
Good morning.
Welcome to the Flipside. I'm Sam.
I'm Jessie.
And this is a live Q&A. We are just sitting here chatting and talking, and we will be unboxing 3 games and 1 expansion today. I went to a game store in Kent, Washington, while I was at classes over on the west side of the mountains, and it's called The Game Shelf. The Game Shelf is actually a pretty nice stinking store.
Nice.
I mean, it's very well furnished, nice furniture. That's what I meant by that. It's not just, fold-up chairs and
Right.
and fold-up tables and all that other kind of stuff. Nice furniture, nice displays. The displays were a little cluttered. They weren't, some of them were. Other ones were not. They were very well kept, very well, but it looked to me, having worked in retail before, that somebody had started organizing it and then got pulled away to do something else and just hadn't gone back to do it. That's what it looked like to me. But they did have floor displays out. They had a very sizable CCG collection or things to choose from. A lot of good accessories, a lot of D&D stuff, and a rather decent selection of board games as well. So they were doing it well. I don't think there wasn't a cafe or anything like that. There were snacks that were available that you could purchase, but there was no cafe or beverages or food or drinks or anything like that. But overall, it was a nice store. Friendly people that
I do love that.
left you alone. They said hello as you came in, let you do your shopping, and asked at one point if I was finding everything I wanted to find. The only criticism that way was that they didn't leave the desk area. And there were 2 people working, so one of them definitely could have come out and greeted us and been a little bit less in my castle, you know what I mean? But otherwise, they were friendly. They were friendly people.
Nice.
But it was a good store, and I enjoyed being there.
That's nice.
Doug told me to go there, so it's his fault that I bought all those.
I'm not blaming him.
I told him
I'm not blaming Doug.
I told him I put it on the company credit card. I didn't, but I told him I did. Let him sweat a little bit. Tom is here. Doug is here. David is here.
Good morning.
What's up, y'all? Good to see you. Looks like those are the only 3 that are here, unless people are lurking in the background. I did buy some stuff. We're going to unbox it. You should have done a short from there. I was going to.
I don't know.
But.
Did you do the parade thing you were going to do?
No, I didn't do that either. I ran out of time on Monday and Tuesday. I did. I was late leaving with Blake to go to the other side by almost an hour because I was trying to get everything done that I needed to do. And I didn't because I didn't do that thing. I'll have more time this week.
No, you won't.
No, I won't. Let's see.
While he was at a game shop, I went to Target. That was my adventure.
Target?
Whole week.
Why would you go to Target?
Because I had teacher appreciation gift money to spend at Target.
Oh, I think this is finally dead.
It is not.
No.
You just have to click it in the little hole.
Okay, the way this is right now, it is clicked in the little hole.
Well, don't pull on it.
Whatever. How long were you there? We left Tuesday afternoon. The class started 8 a.m. in the morning on Wednesday, and then it was 8 a.m. to 4:30, 8 a.m. to 4:30, Wednesday, Thursday, and then Friday We got out about 2 hours early. We got out at about 2 o'clock on Friday, so 8 a.m. to 2 on Friday, and then 3 hours back. And I made it in time for board game night, so it's all good.
That was nice. I'm glad.
All good. Yes, I know I should have done a short from there, but I was in a different... If I had been alone, I probably would have. But Blake was with me. And Blake is a nice guy. I don't know how he would have done on a short. And I don't know how he would have felt if I did a short by myself and didn't include him. So that was the quandary that I found myself in. From which I decided not to do a short. As I was walking up to the store, I had the thought I should do a short. But I decided not to. I'm the boss. I can do that. When you're not around, I'm the boss, so I can decide to do that. But while we were there, I'm so glad I saw this because we were going to go to Mod Pizza for dinner that night. This is Mod Pizza right next to the store, and this is probably the biggest draw for me to go back to the game shelf. Doshi Korean barbecue. There's a Korean barbecue restaurant right next door. And it was good. And I mean authentic tasting, authentic looking. So good. I had dosa bibimbap, which is the hot stone bowl bibimbap. Rice, veggies, meat, kimchi, egg, fried egg on top, gochujang on top. Just mix it all up. The bowl is hot stone, so it continues to like crackle and sizzle because the rice is like getting a little crunchy at the bottom. And normally crunchy rice is gross because it's not cooked all the way. But this is all the way cooked. So it's like pan-seared rice. It's so good. But it's not a pan, it's a hot stone bowl. It's really,
I think I had instant mashed potatoes that night. So
it's not my fault your doctor is a masochist.
I don't know. I might have had something else that night.
You probably did. You were unsupervised.
I could show you my food log.
That doesn't mean anything. That just means that you lied into your phone.
No. I did stop at the Thai restaurant one night while he was gone, and I had rice and peanut sauce. I didn't even get my spring rolls.
Why not?
I can't eat the spring rolls.
Why? They're soft.
They're like super crunchy. It's like all veggies.
It's lettuce.
And shrimp.
Yeah.
I can't eat that.
I don't think shrimp is a veggie.
All veggies and shrimp.
You said all veggies. Then you said shrimp.
So I had peanut sauce and rice.
Peanut sauce and rice.
That's it.
Sounds like the dinner food of
I
champions.
think I sent you a picture of it too.
Yeah,
so,
well,
yeah.
Of the carnage left over afterwards, yes. Terrier Halo is here. What's up, Terrier? Good to see you. Al Hernandez is here. What's up? What's up? Al says, Happy Mother's Day. So happy Mother's Day. I'm not a mother, but she is. Happy Mother's Day.
Thank you.
You're welcome. That was on the thumbnail this morning. Because tomorrow is Mother's Day. Let's not push the envelope, people. It's tomorrow.
Actually, we should get the whole week. I'm just saying.
Let's
Just saying.
pump the brakes, lady.
No, the whole week should be in celebration.
David says, we used to have a house a few blocks from that game store.
Oh.
We were excited back when they first opened, but ended up going to Habit Burger a few doors down more often. Yeah. No, I saw Habit Burger and I was like, ooh, specialty burger shop, I'm down. I'm down. And then I saw Korean barbecue. Nope. And I asked Blake, have you ever had Korean barbecue? Nope. You're not going to be able to say that anymore.
What did he think?
He loved it.
Did he?
Yeah. I mean, Blake is like, I don't know exactly how old he is, but he's high teens, like 18, 19, maybe 20. And he's into fitness. And when I say that, I mean fitness, all this food in my mouth. That's what he's all about. Now, he is also health conscious, I guess, would be the better way to say it. He was talking about how he was going to jog to LA Fitness every morning and go to the gym before I even thought about getting up. I don't know if he did that or not. Maybe he did. I don't know. I wasn't awake. But he was taught. That's what I mean. He wanted to go to Chipotle instead of Taco Bell because it's more healthy. That kind of stuff. So anyway, Blake is just like picking at his food. You know, they bring out the bachang first, where it's just all of the appetizers, and I started pointing to stuff out. And I said, "This is kimchi. This is all different kinds of kimchi, but this is the cabbage kimchi, which you're probably most used." Yeah, I don't like that. I was like, "Okay, don't eat that. That's more for me. This is this and this is that." And I was just going around, and then when the bowl finally came, he was like, "Whoa." He was struggling with the chopsticks too, but that's fine. It's fine. It's no big deal. He was trying, but yeah, he ate everything in that bowl, and he got down and there was a little bit of rice left, and he was like, "Man, I'm full. That's weird." I was like, "Yeah, it's good stuff, man. Why?"
Yeah, Sam's out having fun.
What? Don't even go there.
Left me with my crazy kids that annoyed me for a week.
Mother's Day in a couple of weeks here.
Nice.
Courier Halo says. Jess 3713 says, I agree. It's the whole week. At least the whole weekend for sure.
At least.
All right. We'll compromise with the weekend, okay?
I'll take it.
But let's not get crazy.
I might even make Sam take me out on a date tonight. Telling you that might happen.
Just came home from Star Wars quiz at the pub. Played some
fun.
Scout there too. Star Wars quiz. I would have dominated. Just saying. Chapter Chasers Book Club. Mom Gamers here. What's up? Happy Mother's Day early, Jess.
Thank you.
Karen says, why use sticks when we have invented forks? Because it's what you do. When in Rome, you heathen. I like using chopsticks.
I don't know. I used a fork in Rome.
I think it's fun.
I used forks when I was in
Rome. You probably used a
Rome.
trident in Rome.
I did not. I used forks in Rome.
Even the Vikings used sporks. That's right. They did. Micah's here. Hi, I'm a bit late. What's up? What's up? Good to see you, Micah. Thank you for being here. I'm sorry, Al says in Mexico it's today. That's why I sent it.
I'm grateful you said it.
Yeah, it's no big deal, Al.
I like it. Thank you.
Terrier Halo says, I thought you were in Washington. I didn't know Al was in. No, I didn't think Al was in Washington. We are. Cultures that use chopsticks are thinner. Coincidence?
That's a very interesting point.
Why you got to bring fat shaming into it, David? Awkward silence.
I think David could use some chopsticks. He's good with chopsticks, I bet.
Well, of course he could.
Yeah, so...
He's been in that culture a lot, so he's probably had a lot of practice.
I know, that's what I'm saying.
For a second there, I thought you were going the other direction.
I don't even know what direction you think I'm going.
Because he said cultures that use chopsticks are thinner, and you said...
I bet David could...
You said, I bet David could use some chopsticks.
Not what I was thinking.
I was like, dang, you spicy today? Dang. I was like, holy crap. That was amazing. That was super good. That was super good. I was like, that's right. Give him his own medicine. Dang. Yes, I can use chopsticks and a diet, he says.
I did not say anything about that. That was Sam. That was Sam.
I just repeated what you said.
Yeah, but I didn't say it in that way.
You did. You said, I bet David could use chopsticks. Pause.
Yes, he's chopstick.
And then you were like, oh crap. That sounded like I was patching you.
You said I didn't say anything.
No. That's
Not what I was
happened.
implying, David.
That is not what happened. Yikes. Sick burn. See? I'm not the only one.
Nah, y'all are wrong.
Oh, that was good. That was good. See, even a blind squirrel finds a nut every once in a while. Oh my goodness, that was funny. All right, so we do have a lot going on today, so we do need to
Get back on track. Here we go.
get back on track. Back on track indeed. All right, so while I was at the game shelf on Wednesday, was it Wednesday?
I don't know. I didn't go with you.
Pretty sure it was because, yeah, it was Wednesday night.
Because it was the night you ate Korean food, so that was Wednesday.
Was it?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. That's the night you had
I had Thai. I had Thai.
Thai noodles?
No,
what
Thai
they call
peanut
rice?
sauce and rice. The funny thing was, is I asked for like a bowl of rice, and they brought it to me in a little to-go container, right? But it was like a micro cube. I'm like, but I wanted a bowl of rice. Like, I can't eat much. Just give me my rice. It was this little block of rice.
Did they give you more?
No,
Why? Why didn't you ask for more?
I couldn't even eat that much anyway. But it was a little block of rice. And then you open the little box, and it went, and it made like a little square.
A square?
Yes. Because it was one of those square little boxes, you know?
Oh, really?
You know which one? And they're literally like this big.
So it was Minecraft themed, is
Yes.
what you're saying.
Speaking of Minecraft themed,
Oh, no.
there's a toy that I want in my classroom. And one of the other teachers has it, and I really want it.
That seems easy enough.
I want to go buy it.
Just go take it.
No. It's, they're cubes. It's Minecraft, but they all have all the designs and everything. But they're all magnetic. So they... So you can, I really want it. I want it in my class.
Well, we'll see.
All right, why don't you show us, why don't we look
All
at what we
right,
got?
so the first one, we'll just go top bottom. The first one is, we are big fans of King of Tokyo. And so it seems like every single game that's out there and the game's mother is going down this duel route. So there is a King of Tokyo duel. It's a 2-player only version of King of Tokyo. So I figured, why not? I knew it was out there, but I figured let's go ahead and cover it on the channel. That's what I figured.
I love it.
So this is what we got. We'll go down to the table now. I have already opened this because I needed something to do in between periods watching the Stanley Cup Finals.
I tell you, his week was really hard. He watched the Stanley Cup. He went out to Korean food.
Next time you can go to the class and we'll see how you feel about it afterwards. There are stickers, but they don't go on anything. These are just stickers. At least I don't think they go on anything. I couldn't see anything in the rule book that said that, oh, look, it's the first edition. The time for the final duel is now. Defeat the unknown rules. I don't know what that means. Why would there be unknown rules? Anyway, this is what the rule book looks like. There is not a whole lot of information on each page. That's why it's a little... they made it so that it could fit in the box. So it looks like it's pretty similar. Roll dice, resolve dice, buy power cards, or gain energy. Oh, that's different. So, or gain one, buy power cards, or gain 1 energy. That might be different. And then end your turn. That's kind of interesting.
Can't you play King of Tokyo with 2 people?
Yeah, but it's not very fun.
Oh, I see.
It's not very fun because if...
Either you're attacking me or I'm attacking you.
Right, exactly. Right. There's no... But anyway, that's, you know, again, I don't know exactly how much going on is this, but I did not read through the rule book. I did punch it out and all of that kind of stuff, but there you go. Anyway, these are leftover baggies from this game and the other one that I unboxed. Here is the board that is out there. And, you know, one person will be the blue, I believe. I think they start there. And one person is the red building, and that will start there. And it, I don't know, it kind of looks like you need to get to one side or the other, and maybe you need to stay in the middle. I don't know how it goes. I didn't read the rules. But here are the different people, and you have 15 health, 14 health. And that's another thing that I thought, this is something that's new, is that you have different levels of health, and there's not a dial. Well, you have your health meters here. So you have those things, but it's the same monsters that you were normally with. The king, but he'll have a special ability down there on the bottom. Alienoid, Gigazor, the Space Penguin. I do like that it's new artwork for all of these people as well. It's not just recycled artwork. Cyber Kitty. I thought it was Cyber Bunny. It's not Cyber Bunny anymore. It's Cyber Kitty. Down there. Mecha Dragon. And there you have it. So that's all of the different guys out there. These are little tokens that it looks like...
Do something?
Well, no, I mean, no, it's like, because some of these things have, like, if you get this, then you can place your thing out. So, I don't know, where is it? It looks like that.
Would it go like these?
Well, move your hand so I can see what's going on. Yes, that's what it
go
does.
like
But whenever you roll that thing, you get to put this out here somewhere. Right. And I don't know what it does, but it does something. Like if you go here, you get an energy. Yeah. Here, you get an extra attack. Here, you get a health. I don't know. Something like that, I think. So there's that. Then you have the cards. And I do like that the cards have, again, more artwork. I don't think it's... so that's pretty cool as well. You know?
Yeah.
So I do like 10. Wow. Energize. So when you have to pay 10 energy to get this, but when you discard it, you get 8 energy and plus 2, I think, extra dice. Wow. I don't know what these specific things mean. Maybe that's a special... This says a signature move. Antimatter pellets. Unchained. Photo shoot. Interesting. Oh, there's Eye of the Storm. Gain 1 energy for each die roll you do not use each turn. That's interesting. I don't know. I think this is going to be something we'll probably get to the table this weekend.
I love it.
Because I think it'll be simple for us to grab hold of. And the dice are, you know, it comes with, you know, the energy pellets, and then comes with...
You're making a mess.
More dice. No, I'm not. More dice.
Aren't you big?
Yeah, big. King of Tokyo dice were always big and chunky. That's one of the things that I really liked about it. But these are probably extras that are added on. But anyway, I'm looking forward to giving this one a whirl.
Awesome. It looks fun.
I think it'll be cool. And then everything fits back in pretty well. Bling, bling, bling.
Cute.
I'm not sure. I really don't know what those stickers do. I'm wondering if those stickers are just like, oh, look, we included stickers.
Yes, that's exactly what it is.
But I'm like, that better not have been part of the production cost. Because I'm sure it's not much, but still. This goes in here. This we just put in here. And then this goes in there. Everything does fit well back into the box. That is true. So there you have it. King of Tokyo Duel. We shall get this stream off the track soon enough, Terry Halo says.
You forgot to do the picture-in-picture.
Oh, yeah, that's fine. I'm sure they'll be okay. I'm waiting for Deception, Murder in Hong Kong Duel. Resistance Duel was too easy. That's funny.
Okay.
All right, move it along. I'll go ahead and put the picture-in-picture in there. And this one, Azul Duel. Now, yes, I bought 2 duel games. There's a reason. I was going to grab this one first because Tim Mativier from Dice Tower West, we were just talking about how he played this at the gathering. And he's one of those people that's like, really? All these games don't need dual versions. They have 2-player rules in their game. Right. You don't need to have a dual game. But he said he played this and he's like, oh, okay, I get it. This is really good. And so that's one of the reasons why I wanted to buy this. And since I was buying this, I was like, this is right next to it. Good marketing, you know, impulse. Anyway, so I went ahead and purchased Azul Duel as well. And I am quite pleased. The component quality is really good. Now, these are just cardboard, which there are different goals that you're trying to work at. And I don't know exactly what these things do, but you are... So... I read this one more than I did King of Tokyo. I'm figuring King of Tokyo is going to be pretty self-explanatory. But this is a little thing where the discs that you don't use go in here or whatever. So that's that's normal. But the setup for this one looks like it's a little bit more like you're going to have this thing out there in between both of you, and this is your score sheet. And it's got that really kind of linen finish cover. It's not exactly cardboard. These are going to go out here somehow. And then this is one player board. And this is the other player board. And they're both the same, just different colors, of course. But
that's cool.
But you're going to be taking the tokens and putting them out here. Some of them will be out here. These are where broken ones go. And then you're going to be also building this over here like this. And so I'm like, I don't know exactly how all that's going to work out, but because again, I didn't read the rules. I was watching hockey, but anyway, these are really nice, but this is what knocked it out of the park for me. Those are freaking nice. Little tiny. They're not the squares from regular Azul. They're just a little circles, and they're just really nice.
I like them.
I mean, that's really good production quality. It said to keep these out, and then there's a first player thing, and there's 4 black cubes. I don't know. But it said to keep these 9 separate. And again, I didn't read all through the rules, but that's why I didn't put them in the bag. But this is, you know, the in regular Azul, you have these things setting out there, and a number of
pieces
of these things are going to go on each of one of those. But like this one starts with the first player token, and then certain one of these tiles get put on there, and so I'm very interested in this. For Tim to say that it was good and that he saw the necessity of having a dual version, that speaks volumes.
Cool.
But I am looking forward to getting this one to the table. We'll probably try this one this weekend as well, because you know, that's what game setup looks like. You know, you put 4 randomly drawn tokens on each one, but then some of them also get the
different things.
Yeah, different things get added to them, and so it's and it doesn't look that difficult, you know. But again, for Tim to like it, Tim usually likes a little bit more chunkier games, but I don't think this is going to be a chunky game. Awesome. I just think it's going to be very similar. But the bag that comes in it is really nice as well. So I was very pleased with this purchase. On component quality alone, I think they did a really good job here. So even if I don't like it, which we kind of like Azul anyway, we like Stained Glass of Sintra the best. This one looks like it's going to be more similar to the original game, which I didn't like as much. But we'll see. You know, having 2 player, I'm just not, I wasn't very good at it, basically. But
looks fun.
Yeah,
I like it.
I think it'll be good. I think it'll be good. All this stuff goes back in. Boom, boom, boom. But I think it's going to be fun.
Cool.
I think we'll like it. Azul Duel. Pop back up here. Oh, I don't have the auto on. Sorry, that was an abrupt switch. Dueling duel games. There have to be always a trend in board games. Now it's duel games. Yep, that's true. Combine both games to play up to 4 players at separate tables. That's true. Although I'd hate to be the odd man out in a 3-player situation. I don't know. People play chess against themselves. I imagine you could probably play a duel game against yourself. Sometimes. Maybe. Maybe not. All right. Next one. This one I purchased. And I'm actually cool. I'm actually very happy that I purchased this, because without knowing that I purchased the expansion for Canvas, what was one of the games that Daphne taught Isa?
Daphne played Canvas last night.
Isa, right?
Yeah, Isa.
Yeah. They played Canvas last night. And so I'm like, yes. I bought an expansion to a game. This was not just a me purchase, although I have been looking for this. Paint from a new perspective. In Canvas Reflections, the artistic puzzle has a new layer, mirror cards. These reversible, transparent cards add deeper strategy and even more combinations to create unique masterpieces. So, why did it? I'm going to to save that because I might add it back to the group.
I think you should. 'Cause you need it on the box. I think that's weird, but
You don't need it on the box. We'll pick that up later.
does it open the same way as the other one with the little drawer?
Yeah, it does. Yeah, and you can even hang it
As a
on the wall
painting. Yeah,
as a
that's
painting
neat.
if you want to. But I'm just trying to see, do I want to put this on there? Maybe on the side? We'll think about that. I don't know about that. Anyway, the game actually opens up like this. It's not a regular box. Now, it does say on the back of the box that this is an expansion that requires the Canvas base game. So do keep that in mind. There is a new game board in here, and it has 30 transparent cards, 1 folding board, 16 gold ribbons. So there's a new color of ribbon, gold. 18 cards, 18 sleeves. Oh, it has to have sleeves. Yeah, it has to have sleeves. So let's go ahead and get down to the table here. Let's see here. May I ask what editing software I use? I use Final Cut Pro 10 or Final Cut Pro. It's called FCPX. Final Cut Pro 10 with the X. That's what I use. The only 2 games I know I'm buying for sure this year is Hoth and Lord of the Rings Pandemic. I enjoy Clone Wars Pandemic. Yeah, those are going to be 2 absolute buys for me as well. All right, so here is the rule book. So here are the new mirror cards. So you're going to have, like, for example, this little, what is that called? The merry-go-round, carousel, the carousel horsey. That's pink on one side, but if you flip that card over, it's got a blue carousel pony with different icons at the bottom. So that's interesting. There's new gold bonus icons, which let you take a gold ribbon for each matching element adjacent to it. Okay, so in this situation, you have a gold ribbon that has the color element next to it, so you would get a gold ribbon for that. That's cool. All of them are marked with a little R at the bottom of the card, so that you know you can take out the expansion if you want to. That's the new board. And not a whole lot of stuff here, just 1 page or 1 section of rule changes, I guess.
Nice.
So that's pretty cool. Not bad. Here are the sleeves. Here are the canvases. I wonder if these will fit in the other box. Here are the goals. You know, the different goals that are going to be for each of the different, you know, you have alignment, brushwork, tent, and then you have focus, balance, unity, adjacency. Wow, 14, 15 points. Rhythm. It's really hard to get.
Yeah, 3 pairs.
So those are neat. Each of these, so basically you're going to choose, what was it, 3 of these?
I don't remember.
I think it was 3. You'll choose 3 of these randomly, and then on the back it has a clarification on how you actually score that goal. Am I boring you
I got
over
the
there?
yawns this morning.
I'm
I need to
boring
drink more
you.
tea.
Here's the canvas. Here are the canvases. So on one side you have, and each player is going to be given 3 of these at random. So these will just get added to the other ones and shuffled up, and then these will be canvases that you can put. So you have a name. This is just basically a background to the picture. And then each of the different elements of the cards will shine through. So let me see if I can just If you've never played Canvas before, this is what I'll just show you this because it is pretty cool.
It is neat. I really like it.
So you'll have like, I don't know. Let me just take that. There's two, and then this. So let's say that these were like I had sweet. And then I had death. So sweet death. But maybe I didn't want sweet death. I wanted to have hungry direction. So this is the actual card that I put together. And so it's got a name, and then it's got all of these elements that'll possibly score for me, and then it has all of this. But this is going to go in a card like under...
Yeah.
Like,
so it makes
like
a whole
this.
project.
So it makes an entire picture.
Yeah, it's really neat.
But there's different elements in here, and you can change out whatever elements, and the order in which you put them determines what kind of picture you're going to have.
And what kind of goals you can be accomplishing.
Yeah, and how many points you're going to score for those things and all that kind of stuff. So it's a really neat, interesting game that has a lot of different... possibilities to it.
I like the base game, so I'm excited for the expansion.
So that's pretty cool. And then, so here you have, this is like an example of one of the mirror cards. So here, let me try to get something. This is one of the mirror cards. So on this side, wow, that's really bad. On this side, it has sweet death, or it just has sweet. But on this side, and it's red and blue. But on this side, it's delight, but it's red and yellow on this one. And they're in different, or is that purple?
Purple.
Yeah, well, I don't know. But anyway, you get the idea there, right? And then on this one, on one side it says death with green and light blue. But then on the other side, it says hungry with green and yellow. And there's that little R denoting that it's from the reflections.
Expansion.
But that's pretty neat how they had mirror cards.
That's cool.
So there's that. And we have more tokens, the gold tokens, gold ribbons. These are punching out pretty well. Might as well just go ahead and do it. We have a masterpiece token, best in show.
That's cool.
And then a bunch of these can be used as I forgot.
That's right.
I can't remember what those are used for. But anyway, that goes away. And then, wow, that worked. Wow, this is a lot bigger.
Whoa. Holy.
That's really big.
Jeez.
So this is the board. It's a lot bigger than I was thinking it was going to be. I like the koi pond look of it.
Yeah, that's cool.
And so every silver token that you grab is going to be worth 2 points at the end of the game. Every gold is going to be worth 3 points at the end of the game. And I believe this is where the art goes. And it goes off that way. So this is where all of the different cards are going to be set that you can take from. I think these are used for purchasing deep. Remember?
Yeah.
So if I don't want this card or this card, I have to place that there and that here, and then I can take this one.
Yeah.
But it has spots for you to put each of the different color ribbons, and then those are the different ribbons that are
Golds.
yeah, all the gold cards.
Yeah.
So these things go right out here.
Yep. Yep.
So you'll have 4. There you go.
I love it. That looks cool.
So you can go like that. So if you get this, then you get to get one of the reds. If you do this, then you get to do one of those. And then how many of the greens at the end of the game you have will determine how many points you have. So if you get 1 green at the end of the game, you only get 3 points, but 2 will give you 7. And if you get 3 greens, you'll get 14 points at the end of the game. So it's pretty neat. I like it. And this looks like it's going to be a good expansion.
Yeah, it looks neat.
But that will go back in there. My only thing is that I really, really, really want this to fit.
I don't think it's gonna
in
fit.
the other game.
Because that already has a roll-up mat and.
Yeah, I know. Yeah.
I mean, maybe, but I don't.
No, I doubt it.
I don't know that it would.
I doubt it. But anyway, we'll
Catch
put
up
this
on
back
cat.
up here.
Cat.
Let's see here. Did you play Canvas to fulfill the scoring or make the prettiest painting? I play the game the way it's supposed to be played, Tom, and that is for the scoring. But I wouldn't have a problem with people doing that, where they just like, who wants, but again, art is like subjective. So I might say that I have the prettiest painting and I might fully believe that I have the prettiest painting, but somebody else is going, no, that's so ugly. So I don't know how you could objectively do that. But I kind of get what you're saying. You play the game to just have fun, and yeah, you can do that, absolutely. But what is? Oh, I forgot. They all have a film. They all have a film on them.
Remember?
Yeah. That's another thing that these all have a film over them that has to be peeled off, and when you peel it off,
they're like super transparent.
All of the cards are, well, first of all, the pictures are pop a little bit more.
Yeah.
And they're a lot more transparent as well. Yeah.
And it's on both sides of the cards.
Is it?
I think that's what we determined last time.
Okay. I don't remember that, but that goes there, and those go in there. Well, that's cool.
That's
I
neat.
am looking forward to trying that. Let's see here. Terrier Halo says, I enjoy Canvas, but like Call to Adventure, sometimes I pick for points, sometimes I pick for style.
Yeah.
There you go. And the last expansion for Heat, got to fill the empty car spot in the original box. Yeah, that's true. That is true. I'm always doing most interesting combinations and then usually don't get much points in Canvas.
Oh, I don't get much points in any game. But.
Well, shark. Looks like an interesting expansion. I have others. Should I have this one too? I don't know. Because I haven't played this yet. And I haven't played the other expansions for Canvas. I've been on the lookout for expansions for Canvas. And when I saw that, I was like, okay, I'm going to get it. You need it to complete the picture from all the boxes.
Oh, like these?
Oh, I see. Maybe. I backed the last Kickstarter for the big box storage. It actually is really nice for Canvas.
Oh, nice.
I like the stories generated in Call to Adventure. Role Player is still on the shelf of shame, but the combination might make a fun D&D day without playing D&D. We like Role Player, Tom says. Terrier Halo says, first we score the game and declare the winner, but then we all vote on best painting just for fun.
Nice.
That's a cool thing. All 3 boxes make 1 picture. That's cool. I will try to track down the other one. All right, well, that is that. The final box is one that I've had on my radar for a little bit. And that is Unmatched Adventures, Tales to Amaze. So this takes the Unmatched system and turns it into a cooperative battle. Now, you have 4 hero miniatures, 2 sidekicks, 2 villains, 6 minions, 14 health dials, 222 cards, 36 additional boxes, 1 double-sided game board, and instructions. So, all heroes in unmatched sets are compatible. So that basically means that we could probably take this system and use
any of the other things.
Any of the other figures. We can also take these people and play them against anybody else. But stop the villains. Mothman, protect the bridges before the prophecy spells doom, or the Martian invader. Waves of aliens lead the invasion.
Oh dear.
Yeah. Oh dear indeed. So astounding adventure awaits. An all-new cooperative version of the critically acclaimed unmatched fighting game face off against a fearsome villain and their minions, controlled by a clever and simple set of rules. So we've got the Golden Bat, the world's finest superhero, arrives just in time. The Golden Bat is the world's finest superhero? I don't know about that. Nikola Tesla, his coils crackle with the power of electricity. Jill Trent, the science sleuth, is the master of gadgetology. I don't think that's a word. And then Annie Christmas, 7 feet tall and strong as the mighty Mississippi.
I love it.
Have you ever heard of Annie Christmas before?
Not any of the,
That was an interesting sound.
yeah, the folklore of other areas.
I don't know either. All right, so let's go ahead and get down to the table and take a look. All right, so Tales to Amaze. Join forces to stop their evil plan. Heroes versus villain. Advertisement. Set rules. So that looks interesting. Components. Special rules for this set. So we have to pay attention to these things and these things over here. And so, okay. Core rules. So these are the rules that you would normally find in any set of Unmatched, which I believe would imagine would mean that you can just play this non-cooperatively as well. You can play cooperatively, but you don't have to. Join forces to stop. Unmatched adventures instructions. So this is how you play the cooperative game. So you have against the Mothman or against the Martian invader, and so forth. So doesn't look too difficult.
Cool.
Stars came out of there. No. I don't know. Maybe it came out of there. I don't know. Ooh. There's going to be a lot of those. All these dials. 1 player, 2 player, 3 player, 4 player. I'm not punching any of these out because I have to put them together, so I'm going to wait. Well, there you have it. What?
It's the Martian invasion. Take this out first so it'll give you more room.
I can't get it out.
I don't know. I can't either. I don't have any ability.
There.
There's pieces.
That is freaking awesome.
That's cool.
Oh, it's not even in the screen. Check that out. That is really cool. That's really neat. And then Mothman looks pretty freaking cool too.
Ooh, I like the translucent wings.
That's way off camera.
I know, but I get to look at it too.
And that's the Annie Christmas. Nikola Tesla. This is the Jill Trent. And this is the, what do they call him?
Bat.
Oh, the Golden Bat?
Yes.
That's a stupid name for a superhero. I'm just saying. All these are all the things that we use to put all of those dolls together, so we're not going to worry about that right now. Here are the sidekick and villain tokens. Looks like some of them are cardboard.
Oh, they look acrylic. I don't know.
Oh, these right here. No, yeah, they're acrylic. Cool. That's neat.
I want to see the board.
Yep. All right, so the bold has the alien side on one side, which is
Big.
the Martian invader. And so you have these different areas here. And then on the other side, this is the Mothman side. And the cool thing about this, they actually took this line of sight system from Tannhäuser. So basically, if you are in a spot, like if somebody's standing here in the green area, they have line of sight to all of the different areas that have green. So all the way over here, all the way over here, to here, and over here as well. If you're standing here, you have line of sight to all of the blue and brick spaces, or tan. They have the little background so that it's colorblind friendly.
Yeah, I like that.
So it's got some texture to it.
Nice.
So that's a neat, it makes line of sight really simple. Then on this side, it's, you know, the same. Just, it has textures and stuff like that. Each of the fields have a different number in them. I wonder if that's where this guy's going to basically show up.
Right. That looks so cool.
Yeah, it does. That's really neat. That's really neat. I'm looking forward to this one too.
Yep. Good haul.
And then, you know, each character has their own card, and then they have their own spot for their own tokens and their own dial as well.
Yeah.
If they come with a
sidekick,
it'll also go down in there as well. So, and then there's a little hole in here as well for other things that can happen.
Nice designed storage system.
Yeah, very well designed storage system. Unexpected eclipse. Initiative cards. Looks like the tarantula minion. I don't like it.
I'm scared. That's really cool. Looks good.
It is. It looks really good. Put this all back in here. Like that. And that goes there. This goes here. That goes there. And then I think this was down in here like that, maybe. This goes up here. We'll just put these down in here for now. And that's got to go in there because it popped out. Oh, this has got to go down in here like that. And these go on top.
Nice. That's cool.
A little bit of lid lift, but that'll go away as soon as the cardboard punch boards are out.
Well, looks like we got some good games. I'm looking forward to it.
Tom says he really likes Tales to Amaze. And they're coming out with a Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles one for it.
Oh, that's pretty cool.
That's a good one. Tales to Amaze is fun, Terrier says, and my wife and that side of the family could pick out different landmarks of the UFO side. They're in McMinnville, Oregon.
Oh, that's cool.
Did you ever play Star Wars Epic Duel? Yes, I did. We played Star Wars Epic Duel way back in the day. Before Restoration Games got the license for it and were able to make Unmatched, we were playing Star Wars Epic Duels. So that's one of the reasons why we were kind of very much on board with Unmatched from the get-go.
Yeah.
Hi from Mothman Country. Port Pleasant, or Point Pleasant, West Virginia. Hello, Kevin. Good to have you. I think Tails can be quite a challenge sometimes, Harrier says. I have more difficult time against the aliens than Mothman. The Mothman really, really hates bridges. I'm sure he probably does. Well, we're going to try it with the people that are in the box first, and then we'll try it with some other people outside as well. Kevin says, my dad was in a car at the foot of the bridge when it fell.
That's terrifying.
Yeah, it is. What do you mean? Like what? I don't know anything about the Mothman story.
I don't either.
But I mean, it's not real. So what bridge?
I have no idea.
All right, now I'm looking it up. Mothman. It's a cryptid, unsubstantiated creature primarily associated with folklore in Point Pleasant, West Virginia. It's often described as a large winged humanoid creature with glowing red eyes. The legend gained prominence in the 1960s, fueled by numerous reported sightings in the area. The collapse of the Silver Bridge, which spanned the Ohio River in Point Pleasant, occurred exactly 13 months after the initial sightings of the Mothman. This led to the belief that the Mothman was a harbinger of disaster.
Oh, dear.
Paranormal investigator John Keel wrote extensively about the Mothman in his book, The Mothman Prophecies, which was later adapted into a 2002 film starring Richard Gere. It doesn't sound like a movie that Richard Gere would be part of. But, okay. Point Pleasant's embrace, of course. The town of Point Pleasant has embraced the Mothman legend, hosting an annual Mothman festival and featuring a Mothman museum.
I mean, it's no different than our
Area 51.
Area 51, our Sasquatch.
Sasquatch, yeah.
Chupacabra, and all the areas have a thing, so...
Well, dude, I'm live. I'll call you back. While the Mothman is a cryptid, some have offered more grounded explanations for the sightings, such as sandhill cranes or other natural phenomena, according to a wildlife expert.
Phenomena. I cannot see a crane looking like Mothman.
Phenomena.
Don't get us in trouble.
I'm not. My dad was in a car at the foot of the bridge when it fell. Okay, so the falling of the bridge was a real occurrence.
Right. And your dad was at the foot of the bridge.
Your dad was at the foot of the bridge. Wow. Men in Black originates from here as well. Over 100 modern-day superstitions originate from Point Pleasant.
Really?
Sounds like Point Pleasant
I don't think I'm moving there.
Is a place I don't want to move to then.
Maybe we're not moving there.
McMinnville has UFO days with a parade.
Yes.
Chris Mayfield says the Mothman Museum is about 40 minutes for me, Fort Pleasant, and it's cool.
Nice. That's interesting.
Mothman Festival is late summer, hosting 10,000 people from all over the world.
That's crazy.
Mothman is a natural phenomena.
That's cool.
Mothman is real, Kevin says.
I'm not going to argue with Kevin.
Have you seen him, Kevin?
I'm not going to argue with Kevin.
Or it, rather, should I say? We don't know if it's a boy or a girl. I mean, Mothman, I guess. But
yeah.
Why does it have to be a man? It could be a moth female. Is there characteristics of a moth that differentiate it between a male and a female?
I'm not an insecty person.
Now we have to check. What's the difference between a male and female moth? Male moths have larger feather-like antennae compared to the thinner antenna of females. So, I see no feathered antenna, unless that's the feathered antenna. Okay, so this is definitely a dude. This is a dude moth. Because
he has feathery antenna.
So we will call him Mothman.
That's what the name of him is.
Correctly. But now we know that it's we can tell. We can tell. All right. Let's see here. Mothman has been spotted all over the world before disasters.
Oh, really? That's
David
weird.
says, so Kevin, your dad might be the Mothman.
I mean, it's a valid question.
Mothman and Moth Girl is for the sequel when they need a cool sidekick.
I mean...
Sidekick! I need to find a book about American urban legends. Yes, you do. It's actually pretty cool.
I'm sure we can.
American Monsters is one of the ones that we really enjoy as far as Horrified is concerned.
Well, Mike is saying they want a book about some of the American legends.
Well, technically,
maybe we could find something like that.
Technically, Horrified American Monsters comes with a book. It's a rule book. So, maybe. All right, well, it is 9:41 here, and we do have a bunch of things to do today, so we're going to go ahead and call it a day and get to the other things that we have going on. We're going to be going to the Vintage Grace Market as part of our Mother's Day festivities, because that's what Jess wants to do.
I like it.
And we also have a football game to go to, and...
I already told you I want Sam to take me out to a date tonight, so...
maybe that'll happen. I don't know. We'll see. But anyway, yeah, we're going to go ahead and get to it. Thanks for joining us. We appreciate you being here. Next week, we'll be back to quasi-normal because I will not have a 3-day class to go take. Have a good one, people. Bye, all. Have a good one, David. Thank you for being here. Thank you, Terrier, for being here as well. We are going to get out of here. There will probably be something on Monday. I haven't heard from Doug if I have any work to do on Monday for that. So I think Monday will be just getting stuff done around the house, and then we'll do a live stream of some kind. We don't know exactly what kind, but it will be some kind. Anyway, stay tuned for more.
Truth.
See you on the flip side, folks. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Yeah, he's snoring.
I know. He's like, I'm really tired.